Imagine a bank where you feel at home. Real people living right here in your community are the heart of Bank Independent and everything we do. Bank Independent. We're invested in you.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather, live at 5.
Fred Gossett here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center on this Wednesday afternoon, live at 5 with your latest forecast update. We have active thunderstorms across the area. Not a big severe weather problem today, but we have had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. We've just had one canceled off the board. As a matter of fact, just as I'm going live on air here now, we'll take you to Viper Live Doppler radar and talk about the storms first. And the severe thunderstorm warning you see there in North Alabama for portions of Lawrence County, Alabama, Morgan County, Alabama, and Limestone County, Alabama now being canceled as we hit 5 o'clock as the storms are no longer at severe limits there. So we no longer have any severe thunderstorm warnings across the area. We do have a flash flood warning until 7:45 this evening that includes several counties in North Alabama in our viewing area and includes a large part of Morgan County, Alabama, and then over in the far eastern Lawrence County. We'll focus on the radar here first, and then I'll move around through southern Middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama. The strongest thunderstorms over the past 30 minutes have been here, generally stretching near Alabama Highway 67 from the Summerville area up through Priceville and Hartselle into the Trinity and Decatur areas, and then back into northeastern parts of Lawrence County, Alabama. They're not moving a whole lot, only at about 10 miles per hour, if even that. The eastern storms have drifted more northeast. The western storms out here that have gotten over in the eastern Lawrence County, Alabama, they're drifting a little more northwest toward places like Cortland and Hillsboro. Main concerns here would be potential for flooding rain, some really frequent lightning, pea to dime size hail, and 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. I'll put on a 30-minute time lapse here so you can see how the radar motion has been. And you can see that there's not tremendous movement with the storms here. There's a slow northward progression of about 10, maybe 15 miles per hour. So with time, these storms will eventually lift up across the Decatur area, and then if they hold together, which they certainly could, up into the Athens area, and then outside of our viewing area into Madison and Huntsville over the next hour or so. I'll stop this loop. We'll look regionally. And outside of there, the next largest cluster of thunderstorms has been across a large part of southern Middle Tennessee for the past couple of hours. We have locally heavy rainfall and a lot of lightning and maybe some pea to dime size hail stretching from near Chapel Hill, Tennessee, all the way back to Mount Pleasant, to north of Gordonsburg, back into the Sandy Hook and Summertown areas, down to near the center area and west of Etheridge. Thunderstorms pick back up near Waynesboro, Tennessee, and then over to Linden. And additional showers and thunderstorms are developing near the Counts area and Pickwick Dam in southern areas of Hardin County, Tennessee, and additional storm development now going up into western portions of Colbert County, especially from Cherokee back down the Natchez Trace Parkway toward Minot and Allsboro. Now, none of these storms are severe here. Main concerns would be pea-size hail, lightning, and heavy rain, but there could be some 30, 40 mile per hour wind gusts. These are meandering around. There's not a whole lot of motion with these. I'll put on radar network overall, and we'll loop it here for the past hour. Let me put that into motion. There we go. And you can see the storms over southern Middle Tennessee into northwest Alabama gradually inching toward the east, but they're not making a lot of forward motion. There could be some isolated street flooding over portions of Lewis County, Lawrence County, Wayne County, and Murray counties in Tennessee through the next hour or two if these storms continue. But again, none of the storms on the board right now are severe, but we can't rule out one or two, trying to pulse briefly toward marginal severe levels for quarter-size hail or 60 mile per hour winds. This is not a tornado concern today. I want to make that very clear so that there's no misunderstanding whatsoever. This is not a tornado situation whatsoever. This is more like the scattered strong storms you see early during the summer, like on an early June afternoon versus a late April afternoon. So we're not really worried about tornadoes. We're worried about lightning, heavy rain, and maybe some small hail and maybe some gusty winds. But the small hail, gusty winds are a lower threat compared to the heavy rain and the lightning. We'll take you to graphics here and Look at the Arctic Air Skycam network, and you can see some stormy skies across the area. Not everybody even getting rain this afternoon, and not everybody will get rain over the next few hours from the thunderstorms. They're scattered around, hit or miss in variety, but several locations are getting inundated with heavy rain this afternoon with mostly cloudy skies. It will be more of the same as we head into Thursday, and then I think Friday, that's the wettest day for everybody across the region as a more organized disturbance moves across the area. Now, I'm still not expecting organized severe weather Friday either, just more of a everybody gets rain type situation versus what we have today and what we'll have tomorrow. Where you've been getting the rain today, temperatures are into the lower 70s, if not the mid to upper 60s across the area. But between the two rain masses, we're in the mid to upper 70s to near 80 here across some parts of southern middle Tennessee and northwest Alabama as we head into the 5 o'clock hour. It's the stalled frontal boundary that's been washed out across the southeast this week. This is the same front that moved in Sunday night into early Monday morning. It's going to stay here a few more days, washed out and providing a roadmap for disturbances to ride along it. And it's those disturbances interact with the warm, humid air across the area. We get daytime heating. We get showers and thunderstorms from that. Eventually, we'll have a little bit more of an organized disturbance coming across Friday that will bring higher rain chances. I'll talk about that here in just a moment. First off, Futurecast is going to give you a basic idea, but don't look at it as it's showing rain at this exact minute at this exact town. That's not how any computer model works. All these are computer forecast simulations of what the radar may look like in the future, but it gives you a basic idea of scattered showers and thunderstorms into the evening, maybe lasting into the overnight. Not everybody will get them, but I do think they'll be around out there, not just diminishing around 7 or 8 o'clock. I do think we're going to lose that low end potential for severe thunderstorm warnings, though, once we get past about 6, 7, 8 o'clock. However, a few spotty showers possible during the morning hours of Thursday, and then with daytime heating, toward midday, we'll see more scattered showers and thunderstorms develop across southern middle Tennessee into northwest Alabama. Daytime highs in the upper 70s, lower 80s tomorrow. But then once the rain moves in, it will likely knock you back to either the upper 60s or lower 70s. And then off and on scattered showers and thunderstorms may hold on Thursday night as well. Friday looks to be the wettest day as a more organized disturbance comes in. Again, I'm not talking about a severe storm threat, but there's a more organized upward motion mechanism to interact with the moisture here. And that's going to give more widespread rain and thunderstorms across the area, maybe some locally heavy downpours, maybe some issues with flooding and street flooding across the area as well, especially where we've already had a few inches of rain this week. As we head into Saturday and Sunday, rain chances don't go away, but they do become more isolated. But we have rain chances on the board all the way into at least the middle of next week. It's an active pattern around here. Fortunately, not looking at any big severe weather threats on the board anytime in a foreseeable future in our local area here in southern middle Tennessee, northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. Mid to upper 70s the next few days here, maybe a few folks near 80 on Thursday. I think most everybody with clouds and rain around Friday will be into the 70s. And then as things get more spotty over the weekend into early next week, we start to get more folks back into the low, maybe middle 80s across the area. Weather where you live for tonight, partly cloudy skies and some scattered thunder showers around, not just during the evening, but possible during the overnight as well. No big widespread rain chances, but they will be scattered around. Overnight lows in the low to mid 60s, and then a good chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms for our Thursday, once again, similar to today, cranking up midday and through the afternoon and toward the evening. Spotty again during the overnight. And then much more widespread activity for Friday, and it may be a large part of the day, not just heat of the day afternoon. It may start in the morning and last through a large part of the day. Locally heavy rainfall possible, thunder and lightning. Not expecting a severe storm risk with that, but just like today, can't rule out 1 or 2 stray brief severe thunderstorm warnings. Storms more widely scattered to isolated over the weekend into early next week, but as you can see, rain chances on the board all the way through at least next Wednesday, if not even longer than that. There's your latest 7-day forecast. We'll continue to watch the storms here in the Weather Center this afternoon. Otherwise, I'll be back at 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock with another check of your local weather.
You're watching the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel.